to be here with you. It must be that you have the ability to give something to them. And Guruji replies like this: me, I don't want anything from anyone. And if you heard him in yesterday's satsang, what was he saying? Just tell me what you want. You don't have to pretend that you want something spiritual. If you want a house, ask for a house. Imagine the privilege that we have. That we can just be ourselves. And then the conversation continues. And what is abundantly clear is that Guruji is the master of his situation, right? And he's encouraging each one of us to get to the place where we are okay to be ourselves, regardless of what that looks like. And so with his influence, this gradual change can come. And we can see the accomplishment he's making to show us, through the medium of love, that limitless reality. I said to him in closing, we were driving in a car, I said to him, I noticed something, Prabhu. I noticed that when I want something for myself, it comes with so many complications. And it's very difficult. And I really have to work at it. And then I said to him, but I noticed when my mind goes to you, and this is inclusive of you, then everything flows. Everything flows so easily. And so he answered, of course, love doesn't have any limits. And so everything will come because it depends on love. So if that being inside of us is beyond limits, if its nature is love, if all of us can reach it, if the Guru is the instrument to help us to get to that place, if all the boxes are ticked, then what next? And why not? Then it doesn't matter at which time we die or how we should negotiate if we come back or not. Then all that matters is the actions taken in the love we so clearly see coming from Guruji. Jai Gurudev.
Kabir Rama Bani ke, Kabir Shyama Bani ke, chale aana, Prabhu ji chale aana.
Kabir Rama Bani ke, Kabir Shyama Bani ke, chale aana, Prabhu ji chale aana.
Kabir Rama Bani ke, Kabir Shyama Bani ke, chale aana, Prabhu ji chale aana.
Kabir Rama Bani ke, Kabir Shyama Bani ke, chale aana, Prabhu ji chale aana.
तुम राम रूप में आना, तुम राम रूप में आना,
तुम राम हाथ लेके मुरली हाथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना तुम शिव के रूप में आना तुम शिव रूप में आना तुम शिव के रूप में आना तुम शिव रूप में आना काव्य राम बानी के काव्य श्याम बानी के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना तुम राम रूप में 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 आना लक्ष्मी साथ लेके चक्र हाथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना लक्ष्मी साथ लेके चक्र हाथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना तुम गणपति रूप में 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 आना रिधि साथ लेके सीधे साथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना रिधि साथ लेके सीधे साथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना रिधि साथ लेके सीधे साथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना रिधि साथ लेके सीधे साथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना तुम राम रूप में 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 आना काव्य राम बानी के काव्य श्याम बानी के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना काव्य राम बानी के काव्य श्याम बानी के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना तुम राम रूप में आना तुम राम रूप में आना सीता साथ लेके दंश हाथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना सीता हाथ लेके धनुष हाथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना तुम श्याम रूप में आना ओ तुम श्याम रूप में आना राधा साथ लेके मुरली हाथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना राधा साथ लेके मुरली हाथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना तुम शिव के रूप में आना शुभ शिव के रूप में आना गौरा साथ लेके जय चले आना
गोरा साथ लेके डमरू हाथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना
तुम विष्णु रूप में आना
तुम विष्णु रूप में आना
लक्ष्मी साथ लेके चक्र हाथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना
लक्ष्मी साथ लेके चक्र हाथ लेके चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना
तुम गणपति रूप में आना
तुम गणपति रूप में आना
काव्य राम बानी के काव्य श्याम बानी के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना
तू जान सारथे हो तू जानी सारथे जिते भाव तिते देव चल बेते विठ्ठल रखो माईला चल ग सके पंढरीला चल ग सके पंढरीला तू जान सारथे हो तू जानी सारथे जिते भाव तिते देव चल भेटो विठ्ठल रखो माईला चल ग सके पंढरीला चल ग सके पंढरीला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
चंद्रभागा नादी तिरे वरी विठ्ठल विठ्ठल मंदिर विठ्ठलाचे सुंदर
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
देवा आहे उभे विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
देऊनी दोही करगतेवर
विठ्ठल
ते
विठ्ठल
पाहून त्याचे रूप ओ ते पाहून त्याचे रूप लावूना आणि जोप करू वंदन प्रभूच्या मूर्तीला चल ग सके पंढरीला
जय हरी विठ्ठल
चल ग सके पंढरीला
जय हरी
तू
विठ्ठल
जान सारथे ओ तू जान सारथे जिथे भाव तिथे देव चल भेटू विठ्ठल रखो माईला चल सके पंढरीला चल ग सके पंढरीला
जय हरी
बोलो
विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
देवाच्या दारे गुण मांडे
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
तुकी बेदीत होती आनंदे
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
दुर्जन होती भक्तीचे चंदे
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
हरी चलून छान हे संदे
विठ्ठल
तू
विठ्ठल
दे हातात हात ओ तू दे हात ओ तू दे हात उद्याच्या गाजरूवात पाहू बोले भरुना जगत जयतीला चल ग सके पंढरीला
जय हरी विठ्ठल
चल ग सके पंढरीला
जय हरी विठ्ठल
जानी सारथे ओ तू जानी सारथे जिथे भाव तिथे देव चल भेटू विठ्ठल रखो माईला बली गरीबांचा पंढरपूर
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
बली गरीबांचा पंढरपुरात
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
दर्शन घे बुजो दुनी हात
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
दर्शन घेऊ जो दोन्ही हात
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
तोचा दिला संगती साथ
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
तोचा दिला संगती साथ
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
नंदू संसारी धोगे सुखात
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
नंदू संसारी धोगे सुखात
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल
तुला संगत नको ओ तुला स्तोतिवा नको देवो ना तू नाक राजा दत्तात्रेयाचा वाणीला चल ग सखे पंढरीला
जय हरी विठ्ठल
चल ग सखे पंढरीला
जय हरी
तू
विठ्ठल
ज्ञान चारते ओ तू ज्ञान चारते जिथे भाव तिथे देव चल भेटू विठ्ठल रघुमाईला चल
चल ग सखे पंढरीला जय हरी विठ्ठल चल ग सखे पंढरीला जय हरी
तू
विठ्ठल
ज्ञान चारते ओ तू ज्ञान चारते जिथे भाव तिथे देव चल भेटू विठ्ठल रघुमाईला चल ग सखे
पंढरीला जय हरी विठ्ठल चल ग सखे पंढरीला जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी
विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल ओ विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी 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 विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल विठ्ठल जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी विठ्ठल 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 जय हरी नमगे देवताऊती
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 होय संता परिणिती होय
संता परिणिती
होय संता परिणिती
होय संता परिणिती
नमगे देवताऊती
नमगे देवताऊती
नमगे देवताऊती
नमगे देवताऊती
होय संता परिणिती
होय संता परिणिती
होय संता परिणिती
होय संसारारे निति
नाम 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 घेते उताऊती
नमगे ते उठाऊते
नाम घेते उताऊती
नमगे ते उठाऊते
पंदुरंगा 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 पंदुरंगा
पंदुरंगा पंदुरंगा पंदुरंगा पंदुरंगा
पंदुरंगा पंदुरंगा पंदुरंगा पंदुरंगा
पंदुरंगा पंदुरंगा पंदुरंगा पंदुरंगा
Nama parate Nama parate sadhana nahe
Nama parate sadhana nahe
Nama parate sadhana nahe
Nama parate sadhana nahe
Jetu karasi
Jetu karasi
Jetu karasi
Jetu karasi
Jetu karasi ani kahi
Jetu karasi ani kahi
Jetu karasi ani kahe
Jetu karasi ani kahi
Nama ghete uta uti
Nama ghete uta uti
Nama ghete uta uti
Nama ghete uta uti
Panduranga 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 panduranga
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 Panduranga panduranga panduranga
Hakaroni sange tuka
Hakaroni sange tuka
Hakaroni sange tuka
Hakaroni sange tuka
Vittala pai pariniti
Vittala pai pariniti Vittala pai pariniti
Nama ghete utauti
Nama ghete uthauti
Nama 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 ghete utauti
Nama ghete uthauti
Panduranga 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 panduranga
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 Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga
panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga
panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga Panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga
Rakumai panduranga 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 panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga
Rakumai panduranga 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 panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga
Rakumai panduranga 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 panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga
Panduranga panduranga panduranga panduranga Radha Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha Radha,
Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha Radha,
Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha Radha, Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha Radha, Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha Radha, Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha
Radhe!
Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha
Radhe!
Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha 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 Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha Radha
Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha
Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha Radha
Shri Radha,
Radha 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 Radha
Shri Radha,
Radha 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 Radha
Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha 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 Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha
Radhe Shri Radha,
Radha Radha, Radha 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 Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha Radha
Oh Shri Radha,
Radha Radha, Radha 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 Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha Radha
Shri Radha,
Radha Radha, Radha Radha Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha
everybody together. Shri Radha,
Radha Radha, Radha Radha Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Radha 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 Shri Radha Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Shri Radha Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Shri Radha Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Shri Radha Radha, Radha
Shri Radha, Radha.
Radha Radha, Radha Shri Radha Radha, 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 Shri Radha,
Radha 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 Radha
Shri
Radha
Radha
Radha Radha Radha Shri Radha 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 Shri Radha 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 Shri Radha 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 Radha
Shri Radha 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 Radha
Hey Shri Radha
Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha
Shri Radha 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 Shri Radha
Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha
Shri Radha
Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Shri Radha 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 Shri Radha 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 Shri Radha 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 Radhe
Shri Radha 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 Radha
Shri Radha 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 Radha
Oh Shri Radha
Radha Radha Radha Radha Radha Shri Radha
Radha Radha Radha Radha Shri Radha 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 Radha
Radhe
Shri Radha 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 Radha
Shri Radha 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 Radha
Shri Radha 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 Radha
Shri Radha 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 Radhe
Shri Radha 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 Radha
Shri Radha
Radha Radha Radha Radha
Shri Radha
Radha Radha Radha Radha
Shri
Radha
Radha Radha Radha Radha Shri Radha
Radha Radha Radha Radha Shri Radha 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 Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Om Magnanam Timrandhasya Jnanam Janashalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jai Gurudev everybody. You have any question, any one of you? You're all wise people, never having any question. You see, that's what I'll do. Sarah Mask, these people.
Last year, when we were on pilgrimage, we went to many temples. What I noticed was in the temples, there are the vahanas of the deities, like the mouse of Ganesh, the Nandi of Shiva, Garuda, Srimanarayan. And I was wondering, as devotees, we look at these vahanas as inspiration of where we want to go. And I would ask if you could share a little bit about how we ourselves can take these attributes and qualities of these vahanas and how we can aspire to be servants like them.
Very nice question, actually. You see, it's true. When we go to any temple, first thing that we encounter, what? What we do first thing when we go to the temple? Eh? No, you remove your shoes. And before you bow down, you remove your shoes outside the temple. Yes or no? What does that mean? You see, the temple premises, it means that we are entering a place of holiness. Now we are entering a place where we encounter something beyond our understanding, which means all our senses must turn towards that single pointedness. No? So we remove firstly our shoes so we can connect ourselves, because the whole place of the temple vibrate a different vibration in itself compared to other places. When you go to other places, you pick up things, and the easiest way to pick up is through our feet. So in the temple you are picking up positive energy. That's why you remove your shoes firstly. Secondly, you bow down to the gate. Now then, I am humbling myself by entering this place. Third, you encounter the Vahana. No? The Vahana, when we look at them, Nandi, Mashiravadi, we see the lion in front, Garuda, Lord Shiva is Nandi, of course. Ganpati, you have a Mushika in front. They are all looking towards Bhagwan, no? Towards their Lord. In chapter 11, verse 51, Arjun, after seeing the glorious form of Srimad Narayana, the Virat Swarupa of Lord Krishna, no? He said, I am blessed to have perceived that form. Reply to that, what Lord Krishna said to him. Indeed, you are indeed blessed to have seen thy form, which even the Devas can't perceive. 53, he said that even by the Veda, by the austerities, by the sacrifice, by gift, you will not perceive it. Now observing that, we see only through the grace which Krishna have given to Arjun that he could perceive it. Without that, he could not perceive it. No? But the next what he said? 54, he said, but with single-pointed minded devotion, that form of mine can be known, seen, and attained. He mentioned three things: known, seen, attained. First, through the grace of Bhagwan. But the grace of Bhagwan doesn't come just like that. Very often we think that because we call ourselves devotee, we have that grace inside. No. Because we have taken initiation, meaning that our life will be perfect. No, we have to make our life perfect. We have to see our mistake, daily mistake. That's what we don't want to see. We have to look at it. Don't think that by wearing the tilak, by dressing a certain way, by pretending that you can cheat the system. It's not going to be like that. Only by diving inside, by having that, like he said clearly, by having that single-pointed minded devotion, all the Vahan is sitting, which kind of focus are they sitting? They are sitting with that single pointed mind and devotion that the beloved any moment will call them. They are not looking left, right when you are coming for darshan. This is an attribute given to the asuras. You know, when your mind is jumping left, right, you know, even when you're sitting here in puja, look at this beauty. Eh? You idiot. Such fools, you know, you are. By entering the temple, your mind should be focused upon the feet of the beloved Lord only. That's what all the Vahana is showing. But it is a place where your mind shall not be left, right. But what do? You are looking left, right. Thinking that, where would my object of happiness be? Who are you fooling? Apart from yourself, you are not fooling anybody. And yet you want to attain spiritual perfection? You will not. You may try as much as you want, you will not attain anything. You can pretend to be very holy as much as you want, you will not attain anything. Because your mind is not focused upon the lotus feet of Srimad Narayana. Your mind is focused on everything outside. Like a fool, you are looking for everything elsewhere. That's what Bhagavan said. By single pointed minded devotion only, you can know me. No other way. Then he put knowing first. Then seeing. Why? Why do you think you have placed it in that order? Knowing is our mind. Our mind wants to hear things. We get to know things through our mind, you know, when we focus our mind. But are you filling your mind with the good things? No. Then he said seeing. Do you know we have a different notion when we say seeing? We say, Arjuna have seen it, I will also sing. No, it's not about that. That intellectual image which we create about Bhagavan, seeing him, it's not outside, seeing him inside. So the mind and the intellect is turned towards that divine image within. So this is bhakti actually. Bhakti is not just to sit and throw flowers on the deity. Bhakti is about perceiving what is bhakti really. Bhakti is somebody, who have, when we forget ourselves completely. Devotion is about that. We forget completely ourselves. When you forget completely your egoistic self, what stay? Your beloved stay. The center of where your mind is focused, that what stay. And that is bhakti actually. And that become that how knowing me, seeing me, and then attaining me, which means you are completely consumed. This is the divine life start into you. The divine spark to radiate into you. You start to transform yourself into a divine being. That's why these Vahanas are sitting there. That's why we bow down to them first, then we go to the Lord himself. No? As their focus, please give us the same focus upon the divine inside of us. On the lotus feet of Srimad Narayana, on the lotus feet of the Guru. Let our mind be not deviated left, right. Not let our mind be like a fool. Have you seen a dog? You all know seen dog, no? Yeah, you have seen dog. But when you give a bones to the dog, how joyful is the dog? The bones is dry completely. There's nothing in the bones. No? But the dog is enjoying the bones with such joy and happiness. Like that, everybody is. The same thing. By focusing upon the outside, you got the bones of the outside, and you are eating on the bones. Ah, lovely, lovely, joyful, happy. You know? But not forgetting that dog, when he's biting upon it, what there is in the bones? Nothing. Everything is dead. Everything is empty. It's dry completely. What is biting? He's cutting his mouth, and his own blood he's drinking. I said, wow, yummy. Huh? How wonderful it is, how tasty it is. Drinking his own blood, the same foolishness you all are doing also. You are drinking your own blood, thinking that my joy in somebody else. My happiness depends on somebody else. Looking that, that woman will give me happiness. That man will give me happiness. Who are you fooling yourself with? There's no happiness in anybody else. How can they give it to you? They are themselves empty of true love and happiness. And yet you foolish person are looking for happiness in everybody else? If you're not fooling yourself, who are you fooling? And this is the idiocy of this time, not only this time, it was always like that. Because we're based upon the happiness that we can find on the outside, forgetting that everything comes from inside. You have not found yourself, and yet you're looking for somebody else. How would you find it? These temple, how they are made, only by focusing upon Bhagwan inside of you, by finding him inside of you, that you will be able to attain that what you're looking for. When you have that clear and really that single pointed mind devotion towards the lotus feet of the Lord, then nothing can deviate you. Nothing can distract you. Then only the Kripa Bhagwan will descend upon you. But have you seen people how they are? Any moment to distract themselves, they are there. So this is why these Vahana are there in front. They are single pointed. They are looking without blinking the eyes towards Bhagwan himself. But we are very much attracted to the beauty of the world outside. What happened? You want happiness? No, you will never find happiness. When would you realize that you have never found happiness? When death is there. No? When death is looking at you and you're looking at death, then you will think that, I was never happy. Because always you were longing for something else. You were looking for happiness elsewhere. Then it's too late. So, that is where the Vahana is very important. Any more question? One more, at least some wise people? Yes.
Guruji, you often say that it is the punya that you've done over many, many lives that has allowed us this opportunity to be with you, to be serving in this way. But inside of me, there's always this kind of rebellion when I hear that. I rebel against it because there's this conviction that our relationship with you should be beyond any kind of punya. And punya, we get punya over many lives, but we commit one aparad or something, and the whole punya goes to waste.
It's true.
And we lose it all. And somehow I feel like our relationship with you cannot be lost.
it should not be lost. Even if aparad is committed, it should be beyond that. So is that rebellious nature in me, is that wrong or is that right?
I would say it is right, but it is wrong for the outside people to think like that. You are very close to me. You know, you can think like this. But those which is not close to me like that should not think like that. Then they will start taking everything for granted. You see, like I was saying yesterday in the satsang, well, not satsang, darshan, before darshan. You see, people always masquerade themselves, beautified themselves, you know. You see the women, how they beautified themselves. There's layers of powder in front of them. This is Mahamaya. Remove that, you will not even know who that person is. And this is how it is, you see. You know, those lucky one, they are blessed. This is Janma Janma, you know, nothing can destroy that. You know, punya or without punya, or with punya or without punya, that can't be changed. You know. But for normal people, for them to understand that, they're still escalating the ladder of spirituality. They're still going towards that. Yeah. And they should not make the same mistake. Yeah. So that's why I said, in one way, the stubbornness of that is very good. Knowing clearly that you can't fall, you know. So, but then the mind's still there. Like you said yourself in the question, you can attain lots of punya, you can lose it in one mistake itself, everything. It's funny, how it works. You know, you work throughout life to attain something, and one single mistake, you can lose everything. Do you really lose it? No. It goes dormant. Because punya is like this. You can't, you see, if one life you can't attain to that, it went dormant. Then when would that awake again? It can be many, many more lives before, after, after it happened. But you can't lose it really. But you can create more, more karmic things that will bind you more to this reality. Then you can't be free. So, you see this beautiful story of Surdas ji. Surdas was blind. What made him blind? But yet, he was such a great devotee of Lord Krishna. There must be something that have come from the past that have made him blind, no? But the blindness, actually, from the mental point of view, we can say, yes, it is terrible. But that blindness have protected him, because he have given him a different vision. That is the vision of bhakti inside of him. He was clear. He's blind on the outside, but he was have that vision that I know where I am going to. My path is clear. My aim is clear. My aim is Krishna. Nothing else. That clarity was there. So you see, there is both into it. You know, one may say, such great devotee of Krishna, why was he born blind? How many of us are blind? No? Majority of the people are blind. Don't think that these two physical eyes make you see really. No. So Surdas was walking with a stick, and he tripped and fall into a well. And as he fall, he called for Krishna. So Bhagavan could not look at him in that way. So Bhagwan came in the form of a little boy and said, Babaji, give me your hand, I will pull you out. So the moment Surdas touched the hand of Krishna, he recognized that this hand is not an ordinary person. This hand is the hand of my Girdhar Gopal. So they pulled him out, but then Surdas would not let go of his hand. And he said, Babaji, please let me go now. I have put you out already. So why are you holding my hand so tightly like that? So those hands which Ma Yashoda herself will be running behind, how can he just let go of that? No, he could not. So grabbing the hand straight, Krishna was pulling. Let go of me. I said, no, I will not let go of you. Imagine how wonderful the scene is, you know. Finally, Krishna managed to escape. And Surdas was running, where is that Krishna? Where is my Girdhar Gopal? Where is your hand? Let me hold it. That hand, how can I let go of the hand? You know, which the hand which everybody should hold, you know. And then you are telling me to let go of your hand? No way, man. Krishna managed to escape. As he was running, Radha came, appeared there. Why are you running like that? I said, this Surdas, keep away from him. A very dangerous man. He have grabbed my hand and didn't want to let go of me. And then Radha smiled and said, well, that it is like that, you see. For countless of lives he have longed for you. Do you think he will just let go of your hand just like that? No, he will not. The same way, you can't. Let's go and give him darshan. Say, no, I'm not going there. So this time Radha came and said, Baba, what are you doing here? Of course, because he was filled with that bhav, he could really perceive from deep inside, who was it? So he jumped on the feet of Radharani. And Radha got panic. And as she tried to escape, her anklet was left with him. So seeing such devotion, Radharani said, aha, I will give you the sight. So she blessed him with the sight. And he saw that form, Radha and Krishna in front of him. Seeing that beautiful form, you know, having the sight itself, Surdas asked one thing. Said, Bhagavan, but now I have seen you, make me blind again. Why? The eyes corrupt. If you have seen the glory already of Bhagavan, how can you let go of that? No? Deep inside of each one heart, they know. When you're doing something bad in your life, you know. When you're doing something good inside of your life, you know. Nobody need to tell you anything. But yet, you keep pretending. You keep putting a mask on your face. You're fooling yourself. Then Bhagavan is telling you, no, you have to be, according to your question, life have been given to you to be who you are. How God have created you. Imagine He have created you the way you are, and then He have given you an address. He have created you how you are, and then He come and see a different person. What will happen? He have given the address, and the time come for Him to reveal Himself. He came there. I was looking for that person. I didn't. Once I was telling a story. One lady. She was very ill, and As she was laying in the hospital, she prayed to God, "Oh God, please save my life. I don't know how long I have to live. Please save my life." Of course, God was merciful, you know, and said, "Okay, it's not yet your time. Please go back," you know. And so lady came back and said, "Wow, I had a conversation with God, and God said it's not my time." So that moment, she used all her money that she have. She beautified herself like a pig. You see the women how they are. The pig is more beautiful than them sometimes, and that is called beauty nowadays. So she came back there. She left the hospital completely a different person. As she crossed the road, a car hit her and finished. Arrived in front of God. God said, "Who are you?" It was time for the other lady to die, but who are you? I could not even recognize you. I came for that other person, but who are you? So this is the same thing. You know. We live a life of fakeness. We are fooling ourselves. We fake our life. We fake ourselves, you know. And yet, do you think Bhagwan will come and reveal himself like that? You have to be how he have created you, how he have made you, the amount of energy he have used to make you how you are, and yet how easily you change yourself. Do you realize that? That's why, you see, when we talk about dharma, everybody have their own dharma, you know? And that is the uniqueness of who you are. When you start to do your dharma, you know, dharma doesn't mean only whatever I'm working. You know? No, it's not about that. It's about being yourself firstly. And then the question will, how will I know how I am? No? And that's what we are teaching, no? If you listen to the satsang, if you read all the scriptures that we have given, we make it easy. But you have to practice also. Just reading like that will not help. You have to put it into practice inside of you. That is, when you are yourself, then you can't be lost. You can be lost only when you're fake, no? Bhagavan said, yes, I give you the address and I'm coming to that address, you are not there. Yeah, create you in a face how you are. And then he come, he find a different person and said, am I in the right address or not? So, that is how it is, you know. Those who are truly themselves, they can't be lost. There was a saint, throughout his life, he always say, you know, oh, God is this, God is that, God is this. But on the deathbed, as they were all in front of him praying, you know, oh, he's dying now. And he's saying, at that moment, he said, you know, I live a life. I didn't know whether God exists or not exists. I don't know whether God is God or the devil is God. I don't know which one is who. So I call both of them at that moment. At least one of them will come. Such is the confusion of this world, you know. Because you have not been trained, you know, to know yourself and to know who Bhagwan is. Due to that confusion, it will carry on with you. Till death is there. Then death will say, who am I really? I have no idea, I have no clue. I have slaved myself into this world. And then you're asking me who I am? I don't know. I have always pretended to be somebody else. But that is not who I am. So at that moment you will have to face the truth. And that truth is more painful than anything else. You have lived a mundane life through thousands of lives. You have lived a routine like everybody else. It's just because you wear different clothes, you wear different tilak, you wear this, and you have called yourself spiritual. The little time that you have spent outside on things, you have called yourself spiritual. It's not about that. Invest time of diving inside of you. And come to the point that, like you were saying, you know, in spite whether all my punya is finished, or even if it is increasing, it doesn't matter. What it is clear is that I belong to him and he belongs to me. And if that becomes so intensely clear, how can he refuse? That's why, you see, Bhagavan himself is overpowered by his bhakta sometimes. Like Surya challenged Krishna, said, you're so powerful, I heard. No? You're so strong. If you're so really strong like that, please remove the love that I have for you from my heart. Even Krishna could not do that. That Supreme Lord himself could not. Why he could not? Because he subjugated to his devotee. And this is the power of love, you know, the power of complete surrender, and power of being truly who you are. So, Jai Gurudev.
आरती स प्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा भक्ता संकटि नाना भक्ता संकटि नाना स्वरूपे स्थापसि स्वधर्मा आरती स प्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा अम्बरीषे कारण गर्भवास शोषिषे वेदनेले चोरुनि ब्रह्मा आनुनिया देशी मत्स्यरूपि नारायण सप्तहि सागर दुंदीसे हस्ततु जलगता हस्ततु जलागता शंखासुरा वरदेशे शंखासुरा वरदेशे आरती स प्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा आरती स प्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा जाता पृथिवी पाती वर्गेसी परोपकरे साती देवा का सब जानाती दादे गुरुजी पृथ्वी नेता वरारू बोसी प्रहलादा कारणे प्रहलादा कारणे नहरि स्तंभे गुरु गुरु से नरहरि स्तंभे गुरु गुरु से आरती स प्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा पांचवे अवतारी परिचा द्वारा राजासी भिक्षस्थलमागुणी बलिला पाताला नेशी सर्व समर्पण केले म्हणून प्रसन्न होसी वामन रूप धरुणी
वामन रूप धरुणी बलच्या द्वारी तिष्ठसी बलच्या द्वारी तिष्ठसी आरती सप्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा जगदग्नीचा वेळ केला कष्टी तेरे लोका मनुनी सहस्रजुन वेदिला विश्वाश्री पृथ्वी दान दिगनी विठ्ठला सावतारा सावतारा परशुराम प्रगटला परशुराम प्रगटला आरती सप्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा मातरा धर्म उपद्रव केला तेथित कोटी देव बंदी हरणे शीतेला पितृवाच साई राम वनवास केला मिलो निवारणा सेना मिलो निवारणा सेना राजा राम प्रगटला राजा राम प्रगटला आरती सप्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा देवकी वसुदेव मंजी मोचन त्वं केले नंदागरी जनी नित्य सुख गोकुल निघाले गोरा शौरी करता नवलक्ष पाया मिलवे गोपी कंच प्रेमा गोपी कंच प्रेमा प्रभुनी श्री कृष्णा बलुले श्री कृष्णा बलुले आरती सप्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा भूत गणकी युग भागा अधर्म अवगा सोदनी गिरधाला धर्मनि देवा माता मर्दन करिसी मडुनी चलनति केशवा भैरवी भैरवी जानन गावे निज सुख आनंद से सेवा निज सुख आनंद से सेवा आरती सप्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा आरती सप्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा भक्ति संकटि नाना भक्ता संकटि नाना स्वरूपी स्थापसि स्वधर्मा स्वरूपी स्थापसि स्वधर्मा आरती सप्रेम जय जय विठ्ठल परब्रह्मा 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 मने चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी चाकर राखो चाकर राखो चाकर राखो जी चाकर राखो चाकर राखो चाकर राखो जी मने चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी श्याम मने चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गोविंद मने चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव भक्त्या तविदां त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृताङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
लोका समस्त सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्त सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्त सुखिनो भवन्तु
ॐ शान्ति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय गिरधारी लाल की जय मदे राधा चक्राण की जय माता बाबा जी की श्री रामानुजाचार्य की जय
प्रेम से बोलो सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वनाथ महाप्रभु के
ओम कृष्णाय गोविंदाय गोपीजनवल्लभाय पराय परमपुरुषाय परकर्म मंत्र जलतंत्र औषधारि शस्त्राणि सम्राय सम्राय मृत्यु मोक्षाय मोक्षाय ओम नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय दीप्ति ज्वाला प्रदय सर्वदे शोभना होम पद परस्मै परब्रह्मणे परम जोषिते स्वाहा ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे श्याम वेंकटरमण गोविंदा गोपिका जीवन स्मरण गोविंदा 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 कुंडली खबर दे एकनाथ नाम दे पंडरीनाथ महाराज की रुक्मिणी महारानी की समस्त भक्त मंडली की अलवार कलाए